What was interesting is my twin brother was passing through Bangkok at that time, and my twin brother used to like to ride these really big Italian motorbikes. He had a Ducati 1200 or something, and he'd picked me up from the airport once, and I had a backpack. I was going to say goodbye to my parents, and he's showing me how fast it was. And I remember that I think we went about 240 kilometers an hour at one point on his big Ducati bike. And then I thought to myself, this is a bit worrying. So I actually asked my twin brother, hey, Troy, we're going to a autopsy today. You want to join? I was like, well, not really, but come on, it'll be interesting. Come on, it'll be interesting. So I invited him along. Now, one of the corpses was a very handsome young man that just had one mark in his forehead where he'd fallen off his motorbike and fallen on something and had gone straight through and to his brain. He died instantly. Other than that, no blood on his clothing, nothing. And he was very freshly dead. When you looked at this young, handsome man, you could see he did not know he was going to die today. And so I called Troy over. I said, Troy, come and look at this. This one's a motorcycle accident. And so he then quickly rushed outside, and it's very interesting what his mind did. He found a young mother and a daughter in a coffee shop and started talking with them. And later on, I went out and he says, oh man, I just couldn't deal with that. Sorry, mate, it's too much death for me. I just wanted to get straight back to life. And so I wanted to talk to kids and pretty ladies. Fair enough. That was his response. But for us, the monks, I was there with Ajahn Sudanto, we were specifically, memorizing bone. What is bone like? As he's chopping through it with a saw, okay, bone is a hard material. I'll tell you something disgusting. A little piece of bone flew up from the saw because it was being so vigorous and landed in my mouth. Yep. So I'm like, but anyway, you want to get close to autopsies. And I don't think it's like that now. This was 30 years ago. I bet there's glass screens. I bet there's air conditioning. I bet there's disinfectant. But in those days, no. And they just had to get through it. They had this workload. And you know what was more scary to me than the corpses was the morticians. They were just so perfunctory, no reverence, no respect, no, just the way they're throwing these bodies around like meat and just like throwing the brains back in the stomach and stitching it up and onto the next one. Oh, they were scary. But anyway, I was having a good look. Blood, blood, blood. See a lot of blood. Understand how blood smells. Okay, bones, bones, bones. See that skull, see that rib cage. Bones, bones. Okay, liver, liver. That's what a liver looks like. So we were committing it to memory so that we could recollect it in the container of meditative discipline when we're in the jungle.